Do you know what is the most frightening thing in horror movies? It's not a scary sound effect. It's not always a PL. It's an adaptation of this real event. The prototype of this true story is worth talking about. It is rumored that there was a female ghost bridge on the campus of Tsinghua University in Taichung. The original intention of building the bridge was to connect the dormitory area and the teaching area, because both sides of the bridge are woods and the location is remote and gloomy. So gradually there were some rumors. Until 1980, a couple at school were opposed by their parents. They agreed to meet on the bridge at Ruan in the evening and prepare to elope. But at 12 midnight, the girl student was dragged into the woods by 5 men. Finally, he was drowned in the river. From then on, I became a spirit of resentment. 5 people are killed every 4 years to vent their anger. If someone goes up the stairs, you can't count them. When someone calls his name behind him, I can't turn back. This stone bridge, originally unknown, also because of this horrible legend, it was named the Female Ghost Bridge. Under pressure, I asked an expert to put a suppression amulet under the bridge. For many years, the wind was calm and the waves were calm. Nothing happened. Can be held at a bio-test conference in Chiliu. News of 4 students dead and 1 missing. Once again, the rumor of the female ghost bridge was pushed to the forefront of the storm. Let me take you back to 2016, direct attack on the courage test conference of that year. Late night on February 28, 2016, 6 college students who have just entered the university will live challenge the difficult copy of Female Ghost Bridge, filmed live by Wen Yao and 5 others. They had an agreement before. Don't count the stairs, don't look back. After that, I created a little horrible atmosphere. Then go to room 4x4 and assemble. Even if I finished the task, unexpectedly, as soon as he stepped up the steps, Wen Yao began to count the steps. The 5 felt wrong and hurried to catch up, but in a blink of an eye, Wen Yao disappeared on the steps. Then the fallen chair suddenly stood up. Xiaomei, who is taking pictures with her mobile phone, suddenly realizes that she is upset. They turned back on the steps. At this time, they could not retreat. The 5 people ran up the steps one after another. When several people ran away, Wen Yao flashed out from the side. It turned out that his sudden disappearance was a trick on 5 other people. But when she was about to turn her head, she suddenly realized the taboo of the female ghost bridge. As long as you go up the steps, you can't turn back. He wanted to take out his mobile phone to light it up, but the phone rang suddenly. In a moment of panic, Wen Yao dropped his mobile phone under the steps. He began to retreat step by step. After going down the steps with difficulty, he squatted and fumbled for his cell phone. But then, on the other side, the 5 panicked people ran away. Brother Song kept complaining. He asked Xiaomei and Xili to wait in room 4x4. I'll go to the toilet myself. But he didn't know bad luck will soon fall on him. Songji, who is going to the toilet, is very upset. He always feels that someone is hanging around outside the door. Brother Song lowered his head to see who the people outside were, but there seems to be no one outside. Brother Song was startled. He angrily took out his mobile phone. I want to take a picture to see who is so boring. Just after pressing the shutter, a pale hand seized him suddenly. Brother Song struggled for a long time, but when he retracted his hand, I suddenly found several blood-red handprints on my arm. Song Ji angrily rushed out of the toilet, but the water room was empty. Then he saw a bucket. He glanced up. Suddenly a ghost appeared in the water. He turned his head abruptly. It's an old ceiling. But then, Xia Shui and Sun are looking for Wen Yao's whereabouts in the monitoring room. In the monitoring room, 3 women found a horrible scene. Playroom. He found a strange woman on the monitoring screen. When he went round to the other side, the woman on the screen disappeared. It came back again. The woman is still on the screen. The 3 women retreated 2 steps in horror. He believes that the rumor of the ghost bridge is not false. The game must end at once. Although Xia Shui is confused, but he also felt that there were more and more strange things. Pulling the 3 women, she went to look for other people, but others are not as lucky as Xia Shui and Sunf. Just now, Xiaomei, who came back from the toilet, found that the bedroom door opposite was open. He curiously opened the door of room 4x16. He stepped on the ladder to shine up, but a hand suddenly caught his ankle. Xiaomei hurried to the bedroom door, but the door could not be opened. At this time, Xili heard Xiaomei's cry. Through glass, he found a peel lying on the ceiling. The frightened 2 men dragged the door open and ran downstairs. They wanted to call for help, but the phone has no signal. They just ran layer by layer. But I can't run out of this floor. Xili, who is afraid, can't manage so much. There was a door next to the key, so he pushed it out, but somehow they came to the roof. At this time, Xili was on the verge of collapse. Xiaomei told her that she would escape. Cheer him up, he will protect Xiao Li. But as soon as I finished speaking, Xiaomei was pushed down from the roof by OPL. Xiao Li is in pain. The mental torture at this time was worse than death. He took a picture in the dark. Nothing there? But when he turned his head, the 3 girls did not recover from the panic they had just monitored. At this time, he and Xia Shui seemed to have lost their way. Suddenly a woman stopped them both. He followed up without thinking, but when they ran, they stopped. Xia Shui felt something was wrong. The woman in front of me went to the ghost bridge again. Xiaomei slowly got up from the ground. I can walk even after falling from such a high place. But he was not surprised. After all, I just narrowly escaped death. He wanted to call for help, but the phone is not as big as he is. When he raised his head, I walked to the female ghost bridge somehow. Xiaomei stopped in horror. He didn't know where to go. Suddenly, he heard the cry of a woman behind him. He looks back and the woman is Xiao Li. Xiaomei can only keep apologizing. There was nothing he could do at this time. But then a dry hand pressed Xiao Li. Xiaomei retreated in horror. Suddenly a PL slowly came out from behind Xiao Li. Xiaomei turns around and runs. But when I ran to the stairs, I suddenly fell down. He climbed up. He thought it was safe to climb up. Maybe his dry and pale hands still caught him. Zai Shui chased 3 women, but it was Xiaomei who turned her head. It turns out that Xiaomei has attended more than one courage test meeting. In 2012, he, Songji Zili and several other students participated in the Female Ghost Bridge Courage Test Conference. That night, while observing the environment of the Female Ghost Bridge, accidentally took off a spell. But the moment I received the spell, he has been possessed by a female ghost. After that, Songji Zili and others died. Only he survived. 4 years later, she learned that her boyfriend Zai Shui abandoned her as a free daughter. He once again proposed to launch the bio-test conference, and the address is the Female Ghost Bridge. Before the courage test, her life puzzled Wen Yao. Wen Yao counted the steps by devious means. At this time, the curse of the 4-year cycle was opened again. This is when Zai Shui finally understood what was going on. It turned out that everything was done by Xiaomei. While Xiaomei asked Zai Shui why he was disappointed with him, but Zai Shui said they were not suitable at all. I hope he will let the 3 girls go. But Xiaomei said that 5 people must die today. After one's words, the 3 women's bodies drifted involuntarily in the air. She could not help pinching her neck. At this time, one hand pressed on Xiaomei's shoulder. The floating head slowly moved out. Zai Shui was so frightened that he turned around and ran away, until he came to a dead end, and Xiaomei followed. Zai Shui didn't want to die. She said all kinds of begging for mercy. Xiaomei said that living is very painful. She picked up a brick and handed it to Zai Shui. He told Zai Shui that 5 people must die today. Kill Xiaomei if you want to live. Zai Shui retreated in horror, but Xiaomei is still aggressive.